Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are not new. My name is Jenny and today we are going to be doing a review on the Victorine wallet. Now this is a wallet by Louis Vuitton. It is a pretty compact wallet, but it's also a little bit bigger than the average, like say the Zoe wallet or a card case. Obviously it is going to be a little bit bigger than that. I just found this to be the perfect size wallet for me. And if you're someone who doesn't care about carrying cash or coins, then definitely skip out on this. You probably don't want this because you can get something smaller that, you know, doesn't have to carry cash or cards. Cash or coins. So I'm just someone that loves to have coins with me just because when I'm with my boyfriend, sometimes he doesn't have coins and we have to put them in the parking meter, or I like having bills also because tipping is a very big thing in LA. Tipping is almost always expected when you're going to a restaurant, or if you're going to get probably not if you're going to get a coffee, but I would say any sit down places, parking valets, even if the valet is free, you still want to tip the driver for bringing your car to you. Tipping is just a big thing, like I mentioned, which I'm really surprised I don't have cash in here. I thought I did, but I guess not. Oh, actually I do. It's in my bag. But so yeah, tipping is a really big thing in LA, so you always want to make sure that you have cash around, even if it's just small change. Don't go anywhere without just a little bit of cash. This is a trifold wallet, so it opens up in 3 sections. I will do more of a close-up for you guys, but for here I wanted to put the measurements on the screen, so I will put them somewhere on the screen so you guys can check that out. It does feature a gold brass button and then the canvas all around. I also want to mention that this does retail for $5.45 in the US, and LA has 9.5 sales tax. I have my notebook here that I just wrote some things about the item that I wanted to talk about. So let me just go over them with you guys first before I do the close-up, and then I'll show you guys like what fits in it and everything, and I'll just feature it and give you guys a closer view. So the first pro that I have is that it is compact. This fits in all of my bags and backpacks pretty comfortably. It's not too big. It fits in the Toiletry 26 as well, and I think that it's just a really great size. It's really cute and carefree. Because there is no vachetta on here, you don't have to be too careful when you're using it. You don't have to worry about watermarks or water stains or whatever. It's pretty carefree. There is no vachetta. It's just treated leather, and then it has this leather here. It has a leather tab here, but I don't find that it really gets in the way. I just kind of tuck it in and then just close it like so. So that's what it looks like. And then, like I said, there is no vachetta on here, and you do get a taste of Monogram. So if you guys have been wanting a Monogram piece, but you don't want the vachetta, this is definitely a great piece to get. Or you can get any other wallet that you know has Monogram without the vachetta. So I think that this is a really great piece for that. I think that it's really cool that you get to have a Monogram piece. It's really carefree and just, you know, it's effortless. Like, it's just such a classic. Another thing I wanted to mention is that it holds the 3 C's, and that is card, cash, and coins. And that is what I was looking for in a wallet. And when I did my research and I found this wallet, I knew it was exactly what I wanted. Originally, I wanted the Damier Ebene with the red interior with the studs on them, but that was a limited piece, and by the time I got into Louis Vuitton, it was already too late. That item had completely sold out everywhere in the US and in almost every single country, and it was just virtually impossible for me to get. So I went ahead and settled for the Monogram, and I do really love it. But yes, it does hold card, cash, wait, okay, I can't say that fast. Cards, cash, and coins. So like I said, tipping is a big thing in LA. I love that it holds cash. I love that it can hold coins effortlessly. It doesn't deform the shape of the canvas or anything. It doesn't stretch it out too much. And then cards, I don't have many cards. I kind of just have 2 credit cards. I have my debit card, I have my ID, and I don't have that in here just because I obviously don't want to show it. So yeah, it holds all those things. It does fit, I want to say it fits about 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it fits 10 cards. So you can put 3 on here. And I don't use the middle one just because I find that it's really hard to get the card out of when you are using it. I just find that it's a little difficult, and I just would rather not use it, you know. And inside here, it is fabric lining inside. It's not leather. It is fabric in between the center of the cards, just so it can pull out easily, because I feel like if it's leather, the leather tends to shrink in the heat, and it'll definitely be a lot more difficult to pull your cards out of there. So yes, it holds 3 on this side, 3 on this side, and then I would say that it holds about 2 or 3 on each slot, like each center in here. So yeah, I would think it holds about maybe 10 or 12 cards, and then you also have your cash section as well. And mine is not made in France, mine is actually made in the US. I also wanted to mention that this is a more sturdy canvas compared to other Monogram items, and I say that it's more sturdy because compared to, let's get another item. Okay, so let's say compared to my toiletry, it definitely has a thicker grain. Like the canvas feels a lot thicker on my wallet than it does on my toiletry. Like my toiletry feels like it's pretty plush, and it'll, you know, it'll bend nicely and it'll take to a really good shape. But as for my wallet, I feel like my wallet has like a thicker grain on it, and you can see they are different colors, which I'm not sure why. I think each set of canvas is different, but I don't know if you guys can see the details, but this is definitely a lot more grainy than this. So yeah, they are different in texture. I do think that the wallet is a more sturdy canvas, and it feels a little bit thicker and just, you know, like it's more long lasting. And I don't know if it's because it's a wallet and it's an item that is going to be used almost every single day, whereas the toiletry, you're not really bending it and smushing it a lot. I just feel like that's kind of like a catch-all. So I don't know of anyone that uses the toiletry like on a daily basis as far as like, you know, bending the item and really like making it plush. I kind of just feel like it just holds its structure in a sense. And then the wallet, you're always using it, you're always opening it and closing it every time, you know, and this is more of like a piece that was made to use daily. So I really like that. And I don't find that these tabs are pulling up. I usually just pull from the center. I try not to pull from the sides because that will cause the sides to start to kind of curl up, like you've seen in like maybe pre-loved items, I would say. So I definitely recommend to try and get one that doesn't have like that pulling up. And if you own one of these and you want to resell it, definitely just try to always push up from where the button is, as opposed to like just pulling this up. I know it can be hard, and you know, it's kind of like a habit because it's so easy to just open and close, but I definitely recommend to get in the habit of just pulling it up from the button. And by the way, this does feature a brass button. I didn't mention that earlier, but it does have a brass button. The older versions did have a, I believe the cream color was the same as this one. It was like a cream colored button, and that button got worn so fast. I saw so many older wallets and I just really didn't like the look of them. I didn't like the look of that leather, and I like that this was brass because again, it's very carefree. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about getting the button replaced fast, like really soon or anything. I just think it's a really good small and compact wallet. So yes, a con that I do want to mention is that it does not hold enough cash, for me at least, without getting deformed. So by it getting deformed, usually, I don't know if you guys can really tell, but this part will start to kind of curl up. So I will show you guys, like, I don't know if you'll be able to see right now, but there are like folds here because the leather did kind of curl up in a sense, and that's how it stayed when I closed my wallet. So it created this line, and it's like really curling. You can see that it looks really messed up around the button area. It looks like there was just too much leather in this section, but I don't really know how to describe it. Like it's just kind of just folding up together. So whenever I put my cash in here, I can't really put it all the way on this side, on the square part. I kind of, or the triangle part rather, I always have to try and leave it in these two sections, just so it wouldn't do that, and avoid putting it in this kind of crease here where the wallet folds, because then that will cause the, look, I don't know if you guys can see that. Do you see how that kind of like has a little bump right there? That's kind of how the wallet stayed when I was putting my cash in there. So it really messed it up on this little triangle part, but other than that, I think the wallet is fine. I think it's been holding up pretty nicely. I've had this for, I want to say since April, either April or March, I'm honestly not sure, but it is a really good item and it has held up pretty well, so I did want to mention that. So you just can't have a lot of cash with you. Usually I'll have 10 ones, 10 fives, and maybe like 5 20s and $200 in here, and it just cannot carry that much because it will start peeling and it'll just get really wrinkly in the area that I just told you. So that's the only con that really bothers me, and that really had me considering buying another wallet, because I really just hated how it would like roll up like that. And like I said, you can still see the creases from when it did that the last time. And then another con is that the flaps will start to lose its shape. So like I mentioned, this will start to peel up if you guys are opening it and closing it from the sides. So just make sure that you are being wary of that, and just know that, you know, the sides will lift up the more you use it, and the more you are just being careless and, you know, just trying to lift it up from here. So yeah, the sides will lose its shape, and it will start to peel up. So that's another con. Another con is the glazing issue. The glazing just was not great on this item. I will go ahead and show you guys. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and show you guys on here. I don't know if the camera will be able to pick it up, but there are a few spots where I felt like it could have used it a little bit more. So do you guys see how this area here, the glazing is not completely on the piece? So I will have to get that reglazed before the year warranty is over. And then on this side I didn't have much of an issue, but let's see, I do have this little bump here, which I don't even know what that is. I think it's just like probably a chunk of the leather that wasn't cut properly, or the canvas. And you can see that it just looks really thin and just really messy. You can see how here it looks pretty smooth, and then it gets all gritty and nasty. So in here it feels pretty thin, and in here it feels thick, the glazing. So that was another issue that I had with this bag. Those are the only areas of glazing. We also have glazing here, but this is perfect. There's nothing wrong with this. Yeah, I've had no issue with the zipper. The zipper is still really soft and smooth. And the hardware still looks pretty good, considering it gets thrown around in my bag pretty often. Another con that I wanted to mention is the uneven flap. So I don't know if you guys can see it looking at it straight on, but I feel like this one is a little higher than this one. I feel like it looks a little crooked, if you guys can see that. Like for scale, I just feel like this is coming up a lot higher than this side, and I just feel like it needs to be like lifted up a little bit, which is like really annoying. And then the LV will start to look like it's not even straight. So that is another one of the cons that I would personally consider it a con. You can see this one looks a little bit higher, like it looks like it was cut higher. So if you like line it up, it's probably like 2 millimeters off, but you can still see that it's off. So yeah, I kind of just settled for it. You can even see, yeah, you can really see it. You see this? It's not like a perfectly obtuse angle. It's like wanting to be like, you know, way more obtuse than it has to be. So the cut is very uneven. That was another issue. And then the leather folds, I already talked about that. That was the inside of here. Yeah, I just wanted to mention all those things about this wallet. I can go ahead and give you guys a closer view. So this is what the wallet looks like. I like that it doesn't show any wear on it, which is great. So there you can see where the leather has folded. And then it's pretty easy to take out the cards. I don't find it to be really hard. I do skip the middle section, so that's just one thing to note. But if you do have it back to back, I definitely recommend to put whatever cards that you use the most, probably at the top, just because it's easier to pull out. And then this would be a little bit more difficult. And this one, I kind of don't really mess with that. So yeah, you can see the ones that I've used. This one is a little stretched, and so is this one up here. These are just Chick-fil-A voucher cards that I have. So yeah, you can see that these two are mostly stretched. And then in here, I do really like the pocket in here, because I find it to be pretty useful. If you don't want your cards to fall out, or you're scared of it falling out when it's closed like that, then definitely just stick them in one of these compartments, because it is easy to take a card out if you need it. Yeah, other than that, I love this wallet a lot, and it definitely has been pretty useful. And I do want to mention that it is one piece of canvas, as you can see here. It is one piece of canvas, and then you have leather on the inside. So that is everything that I wanted to mention about this wallet. I hope that you guys enjoyed my review. I hope that you guys found this helpful. If you guys are interested in purchasing this wallet, I will have a link down below. I don't make any commission off of Louis Vuitton's website, obviously, but they do always have this wallet in stock as far as I can see. If you guys are able to touch it and feel it in your stores, then definitely do that. Just make sure, you know, not everyone is like touching it and feeling it and everything, just because you do want a piece that, you know, has less wear as possible. So I highly recommend to do that. And yeah, I really love this wallet. Will I ever switch to a different one? I'm thinking about getting a Chanel card case, just because that's probably something that I've wanted for a while now, and when I'm not using this baby, I definitely want that to be an option for me. So I do have to send this in to get it repaired. I will do a video on that as well, just because I do want the glazing to be fixed and everything, because it does have some imperfections, and it has been like that since I received the wallet. So yeah, that's everything that I wanted to talk about. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. Please leave any questions or concerns or anything that I might have missed down below in the comments, and I will be sure to get back to you guys as soon as I see your comment, because I always comment back on every single comment, even if they're rude. I don't mind it. I just love engaging with you guys, and I love, you know, trying to understand someone else's perspective on my video or what they thought. So just leave your comments down below, and I will be sure to get back to you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.